This podcast was recorded on Ghana land. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of Ghana country and country throughout Australia. I recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs, and relationship with the land, and pay my respects to elders past, present, and upcoming. Thanks to the EA Creator Network for providing me with game codes, enabling me to conduct research and produce this podcast.
So. Ew. Mango stew.
Come on, Snana.
Woohoo! Mashuno!
Hey friendos, it's Alex here, Woohoo Tattoo. Get ready because we've got some Plumbob Press today. It seems the Sims 4 community is in turmoil. We also have some rumors, some drama following some more EA buyout news. I also have some Sims news relating to a new patch and some Woohoo reviews because we have some new kits happening. I also have a wonderful, wonderful guest joining us today. I have StassiJ of the Stassi Unplugged podcast. So stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow for more Sims news from your trusted Australian source, me, Woohoo Tattoo. So you can either watch this on YouTube and I will be putting up a little bit of a video to go along with it as well, or you can check me out on Spotify, whatever is easiest for you. But let me know your thoughts as we go through this podcast today, because I want to hear your feedback and how you're feeling about playing The Sims 4 in December 2025. Without further ado, let's get on to the Plumbob Press. Making headlines in the news in December and November 2025. I had a bit of a break there, okay? Sometimes your girlie needs some mental health time, okay? It's been a bit cray-cray. Let's talk about some stuff. There's a little bit of news, not as much as other episodes, but let's have a little bit of a talkie. Now, the Sims team have been talking all about the quality of life and roadmaps about getting the bugs fixed, etc., etc., and so they should, because it's a bit of a shitstorm out there right now, right? Yeah. I'm starting off saying that the community manager, Kate, who usually manages the Discord, actually opened a thread on Reddit about the article that was posted about improving The Sims 4 performance. So I popped the link in there if you want to go check that out. It's really good to see that there's some community feedback that's not just on their own controlled Discord. 6amCC posted that on X, and I've shared that all in there. So speaking of this post that they made, Dag Dag to lag. And if you guys are not familiar, Dag Dag means goodbye or hello. It's kind of like aloha, right? Improving The Sims 4 performance. They've given us some tips on how to improve performance on lower end PCs. I mean, you could probably be putting this on higher end PCs as well. Now, I thought that I was playing on a pretty good PC, but it turns out that my PC is very mid-range. Depending on the game that I'm playing, if I've got a really, really heavy lot, I will bring down some of these things. So this is what I've pulled from it anyway. This article's not, do not use these items, never cheat, Greg is the best NPC, never use mods. I love that little tidbit in there. It's to help you, the player, understand how certain things interact with each other and the hardware that you may not have known because we've never told you before. So give it a read and give them some feedback. But this is like, not overloading things with the buy debug items, because these items are not meant to be in your game. And especially if people are using things like tool mod, they're putting these things in here in an exuberant amount. Like I saw someone made like a shopping trolley once. I needed it for a thing. And I put like 5 of these shopping trolleys in as just decorations, but I didn't realize that there were hundreds of items in just this one tiny cart. So think about 5 times 100 items on this already huge lot. That's going to really slow down your game. So they've given you a lot of little different things in there. I'm not going to go into it. But there was also a Q&A on the Discord with the devs SimGuru Alex, who is in quality assurance, and Morgan, SimGuru Morgan, who is the producer. And EA Cade was in there as well as some other SimGurus. I still call them SimGurus because I'm from a time where they've always been called SimGurus, so that's what I call them. I always find it hard to keep up with the Discords because, in Australia, we live in a different planet and it happens in a different time zone. So by the time I get to it, it's always like pages and pages and pages long and I can't see what has been written and it's hard to follow along. I kind of just scan Reddit and this is what I managed to get. The memory boost is being rolled out carefully because they wanted to make sure that it works before it goes onto other consoles and Mac. More people need to use the memory boost, and also backing up your saves, giving the memory boost a spin gives them more data. So that was like the main thing that I grabbed that wasn't already told. And a lot of these people were being like, meh, 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 meh. So again, there's a lot of shit to filter through, but that hopefully gives us a little bit more information. And there are actually, I found a bit of a thing on how to use memory boost as well. So again, links in the bio, guys. Have you been having any issues with your game? Because since the latest update, I have been. So then there was another blog post that came out called Reticulating the Spleens. And this is a reference to The Sims 1. Love that. An update to our quality of life roadmap. So this is talking about the future as to the end of the year. So our next update will be on December 2nd, and we'll talk about that. Bringing 40 plus additional fixes and improvements to your most voted issues. And then the laundry list, which I was going to talk about, but I'm not talking about because it basically fixes most of these. They've identified and resolved issues. They're still working on some things. They've got issues with error codes, etc., etc. They've also begun addressing potential protobuf overflow where save or lot data grows so large that it exceeds storage limits, leading to corrupted lots. This is something they're testing. They're also testing overstuffed or cheat-heavy lots where complex or modded placements can save corruption when cheats aren't enabled, mod data persistence, venue data carryover. Bugs and instability can be frustrating, especially when they impact your stories and saves. We're working to make the process of fixing them more transparent, consistent, and sustainable. The Sims 4 has always been about creativity, connection, and community. Your feedback, comments, and votes via the EA forums are continuing to drive what we prioritize, and your creations inspire us every day. So that was straight from the llama's mouth. The Sims teams. I'm not going to talk about the laundry list, but the link is in there if you want to go check that out. They also did another blog post. See, they're very much trying to help us here, guys. This was mods and game updates, best practices, and getting you back into The Sims 4. And this was posted about 2 days before the update. And is basically everything we went through in the episode 10, where I talked about taking mods out, how to do the 50-50 method, etc., etc. So if you want more information on that, go check out episode 10. Check it out on YouTube because I also did like a mini version of it. But yeah, you can also check out the blog post there too. I like to do these in like chronological order, but we're talking about updates. So let's do some updates. There was a Dreamy Kits and Updates blog post that came out. And this talks about some new kits and stuff, but we'll talk about that in a second. But here are the fixes that were in the December 3 update. These are the bug fixes that we had. Again, it was very similar to what was posted in the laundry list, so it's good to see that they had most of them in there. And these are the main things that I've pulled out. And again, full patch notes are in the links below. Base game. Child, teen, young adult, elder Sims will once again no longer have clothing visible under their privacy mosaic. So yeah, it was like, you know how you have the privacy mosaic when they go shower? Sometimes they were wearing those orange underwear. Apparently they fixed that. The Nature Soundscapes radio will no longer wake Sims up while they're sleeping. There was also some new swatches. They noticed that there were swatches missing, or it had a duplicate swatch, and they didn't want to remove the swatch because it would break existing builds, so they decided to change the swatches. And then they thought, you know what? Let's add some more in here. And they decided to match it with an Enchanted by Nature style, and then it added 27 new free swatches. So 9 objects in total with 3 new varieties. So you can actually go and check out all of these. Really, really cute. So it's nice that they've given us some new colors. That's fun. The main menu will no longer show www when there isn't an active household on the display menu. Some things that were affecting multiple packs, like Sims who dislike mischief or singing, will no longer autonomously do mischief behaviors or sing. The police station, Foxbury Commons, and other work computers are now fixable once they're broken. And I had that in my latest game and it was driving me bonkers. City living. Sims in the social media career will now automatically meet their co-workers so they can perform certain work from home tasks. But this will only work on fresh saves. Cats and dogs. Sims will no longer receive a text from their pet about missing curfew. Those naughty little puppies. Seasons. Sims are now able to travel between worlds lots without the seasons screen popping up. And I know that a lot of people were experiencing that. High school years. The corn dog food object is no longer using a block model. So it's like a blank white screen, right square with an X through it. So they fixed that. Hello, thank you. Growing together, they have rebalanced the mental fog moodlet to appear 3 to 4 days after running the work hard career tone. So it used to only appear every 1 and 2 days, so they've fixed that a little bit. In Life and Death, they've added the ingest and Borussia interaction now available to Ghost Sims in the Reaper career. They added some more swatches in businesses and hobbies, a missing purple variant color swatch to 8 doors and windows. Adventure awaits. Now, I mentioned last time that there was curtain rods that were added in there, but apparently they were the wrong color, so people were whinging about that, so they fixed that. The grand flannel curtain rods were using a different shader than the curtain set, but we've updated them to use the same shader. This was done on purpose since curtains and solid objects use different shaders, but in this case, it caused a difference in some lighting scenarios, which made the objects look like they were different colors. Vampires. Non-vampire Sims will no longer autonomously eat plasma fruit salad, and I get that quite a lot. My wedding stories. Finally, we fixed an issue where exchange vows interaction would become grayed out on the wedding art. Paranormal, the terrified and scared emotions are now available in the sim stats, and that is pretty much everything. So there's heaps more in there. So if you're looking for a certain fix, go check out the patch notes that I put in the description. Let's go back into this. Now, there's some fun things here as well. I just got my Sims board game. It finally came. I ordered it in like August and I finally got it. The Sims board game is now available in Australia. You can go and get it from like Zing and Pop Culture and some of your board game retailers. They also announced a new Sims card game called YaGoBuGi. And it's like a Simlish sort of style build-a-word kind of game. It says no Simlish needed, and it's basically like I feel like it's kind of it's like a card game. So you're going to get dealt a bunch of like random nonsense syllables, and then you have to build a Sims word. So yeah, at the moment, not available in Australia. So maybe in 6 months' time, we'll get that too. Awesome. I also wanted to just mention here as well, I found a new legacy that I'm so excited to give it a go. I'm thinking about starting it next year. It's called the Origins Legacy, and this is by Rosanna TXT. It is really, really cool. So I've popped the video down there. Go and check it out because it made me feel so excited about playing this. If you've ever wanted to do like your own world or start from scratch or your own save, this is going to be for you. Because what you do is you start with an empty world and then you build this world up with the Sims that you have in your legacy. It's kind of like an extended rags to riches, and you can sort of do whatever you want. She's made trackers, she's made Notion templates, she's really thought of everything. And then you can either roll a d20 or you can use the roll that's in the Notion tracker. My goal is to nail this legacy gameplay, and because I've only done like I think 3, maybe 4 generations of legacy gameplay, and I'm really trying to incorporate more family gameplay because I feel like as a game player I do a lot of the chaotic stuff, but as a single super sim, right? I need to step back from that and just let my Sims not be perfect. It's a reflection of my own mental health. What do you think? Do you reckon you could give this a go? Tell me in the comments below. Over to Woohoo Reviews now. We've got some new kits. It's a little bit controversial. The timing was it was random. It was completely dropped on us as well. Even Creator Network peeps had no idea this was coming, and we were a little bit like, what? And in fact, the day it came out, I was having my own personal life crisis. So it was kind of nice to sort of, play it and not have to think about it. So I've given you a little bit of an overview. If you're interested in buying the SpongeBob bundle or the SpongeBob kits, let's have a bit of a chat about them now. There are 2 kits and 1 bundle. SpongeBob's House Kit and SpongeBob Kids Room Kit, and you can get both of them in the Bikini Bottom bundle until it's March? Yeah, March 4. If you buy them separately, they're a little bit more expensive because I think they're normally about $8 kits. These are $10.90. So I'm guessing they've had to pay for some sort of licensing on these. This is why the price is up a little bit. But the bundle is $14.95. So if you were going to grab one, you may as well get the 2 because at the moment you're going to get extra items as well. Okay, this is not me selling it to you, but if you are somewhat interested in this, that's going to be the better value way to go. So we've got 2 kits. We've got SpongeBob's House. So this is for the builders. Create SpongeBob's iconic pineapple house, not under the sea again, because we don't have under the sea. I put mine in Solani. There's new build mode items like walls, flooring, a pineapple topper for the roof, and doors and windows that complete the look. However, I had issues with the door showing up when I had the roof up. So I'll report that. The furnishings look really cute because they've got this like nautical theme, like the diver helmet TV, the hook, line, and sinker table, foghorn alarm with some hilariously SpongeBob accurate lore animations and a headphone warning on that. There are also some chairs and couches made out of life buoys and rafts and barrels and pirate ship wheels. It's really cute if you're looking for some more like ocean pirate nautical aesthetic into your game. There are some neutral, pastel, and bright swatches, and it can kind of be separated from the SpongeBob and used in a more kitsch, kind of like traditional way. Then we've got the SpongeBob Kids Room. So this is kind of for the SpongeBob fans. But don't let that deter you straight away, because I was turned off by the childish like SpongeBob branding on some of the swatches. But there are also some swatches that can be used in like a non-SpongeBob household. 2 single beds, a desk, a super cute clam chair. Gary makes an appearance a lot, and I think Gary's probably my favorite. Stuffed toys with SpongeBob references, including Doodle Bob and Patrick in his sexy fishnets and heels. Not to mention, there's also a dollhouse playset with the Krusty Krab replica, and the dolls that they play with are actually little fish people. So we get some Creator Sim items as well for kids and adults in here as well, including like slippers and pajama pants, and that's kind of cute. So I kind of like it. After my initial ick, I had to think about this in like a positive way, because you know me, I like to put a positive spin on these things. First of all, I was like, ew, because again, I was having a crappy day, but I had to be whimsical, and I was like, you know what this reminds me of? And here's my hot take. Let me know if you agree. The Sims 2 Family Fun Stuffed Bag. It's kitsch, it's silly, it has some really cute animations, and if you separate the SpongeBob references, it's not that bad. There's like a cute white and blue set. There's a cute pastel set. You can almost make a whole house. I made Squidward's opposite twin sister, Squidweener. She's hilarious. So the bundle, all right? If you want to get the bundle for a limited time, so until March 4 in Australia, they've also got 3 exclusive items. So if you are a fan, the Flying Dutchman's Jungle Gym, which is like the same pirate ship jungle gym that we have, the big one that goes in the parks, except it has a giant SpongeBob on it, which I was not really happy for, but the colors are kind of cute. The Goofy Goober guitar. Now, I know that's a reference to the movie. I think I've seen the movie once, and I may have been like 20. I was a bit too old for SpongeBob, and I know that it's been out for a long time and blah, 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 blah. I like the memes. I always use the SpongeBob memes because they're timeless. But when I was growing up, my brother was watching it, and he's about 5 years younger than me. So he was watching it all the time, and it was like, oh, turn that stupid shit off. He's so annoying. He's stupid. Bah! Laugh used to piss me off. And I was too busy watching like MTV, right? I was watching VH1, honey. I was more interested in what was going on with Blink 182. Thank you very much. SpongeBob never really called to me until I was a little bit older, and I was able to medicate myself. And we'll move along from that. There's also the Conch Street Aquarium. And this is cute. It kind of gives a little bit of like, the word kitschness to your builds. So if you have like an aquarium in your game, it has Squidward's house in it, and you can put fish in it, and it's kind of cute. But yeah, that's what you get if you buy the bundle. Anyway, moving back to the news. So we have an upcoming creator kit. The upcoming creator kit is with Miko, and Miko is so cute. I've used her stuff for a long, long time. So Miko is doing the Prairie Dreams creator kit, and it's all about romantic and fun little cutesy cottagecore kind of vibes. And that is her style. It is so cute. And this is what the description says. Mix charming prairie fashion and vintage pieces with the Sims 4 Prairie Dreams kit. From rustic to elegant, these looks bring the romance of the countryside wherever your Sims live. This kit is all about mixing rustic and vintage fashion for a timeless aesthetic, with pieces like the short overalls, leather boots, daisy jewelry, and lace-trimmed dresses. The soft and dreamy vibes of prairie life can be part of any Sims story. Aww. So it's very cottagecore, it's very coquette, girly, like that kind of thing. But that is Miko. That's coming out on the 12th of December. I will go into more depth in the next podcast, so don't forget to follow so you get up to date with that. Are you ready for the drama? Here comes the drama llama. So the Sims 4 community was in absolute turmoil this month, and it was so funny. Oh my god, I actually created like a little saved collection on Instagram called Sims Chaos What the Fuck, saying apparently the Sims 4 community is on fire because the main system people use to play the Sims version got taken down permanently. And I was like, what the hell? Ugh. So this is what brings me to Anadius has quit. Now, I've talked about Anadius before. Anadius is an EA hater, a very hostile individual. They apparently, and this is the first I'm hearing of it, would put up pirated versions of the games and had his own Sims 4 updater system and was basically giving people access to the Sims 4 DLC without charging them. First of all, I can't really say anything about the subject because unfortunately I am bound by the EA Creator Network. However, in the current state of the financial and EA buyout, some people don't want to buy from EA, so they may resort to other means. So the fact that Anadius has quit was kind of big. So what happened was, there was a post that just said, Sims 4 updater is dead permanently this time. It was a good run, goodbye. And then Anadius deleted all of their tweets and posted, all done, have fun playing the game. So what actually triggered this? Well, basically, they were constantly having to deal with people like Simmers who didn't read instructions, didn't know how to PC, begging, demanding to have the DLCs up the day of the releases, and they were already quite blunt and moody, and they admitted to this in a post as well. They had a post called Farewell. It just basically says, I decided to step down, don't pester my close friends, and until the end I acted like an asshole, and I haven't told them why. So basically this was access to the Sims DLC without paying. And I love what the Games Radar had to say. It said, I decided to step down, Anadius said before pulling a Bilbo Baggins. That reference? Oh, chef's kiss. Obviously with the Sims boycott thing going on, a lot of Americans are saying, oh, it's $1,500. But I actually did the maths here. I put it all in Steam and it was on sale. So then I put it back in Steam and it's about $2,125 to buy all the packs for The Sims 4. That's Australian dollars. $2,125.
Ew.
Keeping in mind that this is about 11 years of content now, almost 12 years.
Ew.
Some people don't have that. Some people wanted to start playing yesterday, so maybe they want all the packs now. So, yeah, it's a bit crazy. There's more, but there's so much more. There's so much more. My favorite was the reactions on Twitter because it's the best. The Sims 4 is over. Do you believe the Sims community will find another way? Simmatically said, what if I told you that we won't have that many packs left to pirate anyway? Some people said, I just tried to open my cracked Sims file. And Anadius, I hope getting to fuck my celebrity crushes in The Sims was the only reason I haven't to myself yet, and you are so not invited to my funeral, you fucking bastard. Yeah, Sims Twitter is next level. Anadius's tweet is about to reach 1 million views, and this was only a few hours later. This really is the Sims community 9/11. The other one that drove me absolutely insane. Again, I'm not a big One Direction fan, but I remember when this happened. It says, for people who don't play The Sims, this is kind of like when Zayn left One Direction. And I feel like that's relative because it's the kind of era and age group. But wow. My favorite one, I don't know if I can even say it on here, so I'll see if I can blurt it out. But watch it because owns EA now, where they do like a Washington Post journalist and piracy and fucking up their cash flow. Yeah. Yeah. So what happened next? Okay, so what happened next is some girl, I don't know who it is, they decided they were going to put it on Patreon. Patreon, where you have to sign up and put your details in. If you're pirating, okay, so again, I'm not here to encourage this behavior, but if you're pirating, don't give your fucking details out, guys. Secure yourself. Make yourself anonymous. Are you serious? But not only that, she's paywalled it. So she's charging. I can't believe this. The content was never paywalled. Her Patreon is free to join, literally a Patreon fan. She's hired someone off to build a website to host the files somewhere off Patreon. So there's a lot of drama, but I can't believe, I just can't believe it. I've got links in the bio below if you want to go check it out. But yeah, wow. Wow. Another real big thing that I found was this Sims 5 leak, okay? And this is from Satch on Sims. I tried to get into the link, but apparently I'm not gay enough to be allowed onto this forum. Honey, please. The gay man inside me has something else to say about that. Now, this is all alleged. This is all rumors. Rumor, drama, llama. Okay? But the pieces are starting to fit together because now they've got this thing called Sims Project X and Project Renee. We've always known that there was going to be this sort of like Sims universe, okay? So there was going to be Sims 4, there was going to be Sims Project Renee, and then there was going to be the Sims Hub or whatever it is. And they're all supposed to work together a lot alongside each other, blah, 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 blah. This apparently was a former Sims free play employee. It has since been updated onto the Sims community. Again, it's one of those websites where just take it with a pinch of salt. Let's talk about this Sims Project X. Okay, so we saw Sims Project Renee a few years ago showing these really kind of like Paralives sort of style graphics. Okay, it was different style UI than the Sims 4. It was a little bit more detailed, a little bit more aesthetic. Okay, when I say that, I mean it was a little bit more, less cartoony, a little bit more beige. This is what Project X is. So we know that it's going to work alongside The Sims 4. It's probably going to be a simplified version of The Sims 4. What they're thinking of doing possibly is retiring The Sims 4 because of quality assurance. There's so many bugs. The Sims 4 is going to be 12 years old next year. It's at its end of life, okay? We still don't have cars. We still don't have bands. I could go on. There may or may not be releasing any more expansion packs. Again, this is a rumor, but allegedly they're going to be doing one more expansion pack, probably 1,000 more kits. This new Sims Project X might not be CC or mod compatible because they're going to use smarter technology to recognize and identify these mod related issues. So to compensate for the Sims 4 ending, because what they said is they don't want you to restart, they're going to include lots of the Sims 4 stuff back into this game. Okay, so that's where the rumors of the Sims 4 remastered sort of came from. So this kind of squashes a lot of that. Things like seasons and worlds, that kind of thing. Now, they're probably not going to be calling it Sims 5 or the Sims 4. It might be like a Sims 4.5, but there was a rumor saying it might just be branded as The Sims. So we're just dropping the number altogether. Another thing that's kind of really important to say, that Project Renee, which is the Sims Project X, was originally supposed to be online. But due to feedback, they've decided to ramp that back now and they're not doing online. And this is the Project Olympus trend that we saw with The Sims 4. If you want to know more about Project Olympus, I can go into more detail about that in a deep dive in another podcast. Let me know if you're interested because it is juicy. It's basically the Sims 4 was supposed to be online as well, and then they ended up having to release a stripped back version of the game and released it. That's why we didn't have pools or toddlers or blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Another thing is they may be introducing DRM, which is digital rights management, to control piracy, which kind of links to my last topic about Anadius quitting. So who knows if he got found, etc., etc. And DRM basically means that by definition, it is the use and distribution of digital content to prevent unauthorized copying. So basically, if you pirate it, it's going to make it harder to pirate, but there is theories that it can make games harder to run, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, but anyway. Project Renee. And we talked about last time about how there was this like Roblox thing that looked like absolute trash and it looks like a mobile game and it looks gross. We don't want it. This is going to be your mobile game or online game. It's going to be more like Fortnite, Roblox, you know, you with your cash cow and your gachas and you buy new things, blah, 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 blah. And there've been surveys out there saying, hey, would you buy this? Would you buy skins? Would you upgrade? Would you pay this? If I continue to a different game, would you be happy with this? Etc. etc. So they're out there doing the market research right now. Isn't that fun? And just a little bit of an update on the Sims EA buyout, okay? Because in the news this weekend. What is it? Warner Brothers was just bought out by Netflix. Okay, now I'm touching on this really quickly because I saw that it was originally going to be the PIF. And I was like, fucking everybody's fucking PIF. There was a headline that became very popular in the Sims community saying that Saudi Arabia's prince has big plans, but his giant fund is low on cash. Which makes me think, oh, he didn't have enough money to buy Warner Brothers. So Netflix has bought this. And I think it's like another 83 million, 83 fucking whatever money. Yeah, interesting. So he's got the money for EA, but he's unable to allocate more money for future investments. And the PIF's representatives say that it's a long-term investment that it will eventually double in value. And the reason he's sort of delving more into video games is because if you think about Mohammed bin Saudi, he's a millennial. He's like 40 years old or 35 years old or something. I don't know. He's a gamer. He's a sports nerd. That's why he wants to get his fingers, because isn't it every child's dream to be like, I'm going to own a soccer team. I'm going to own EA games. Like, he's just being a little kid and he needs to grow up. He owns Ubisoft and some Nintendo and now EA. Like, but what does this mean? More layoffs, more monetization, more paywalls, less quality, AI, lower tier content.
Ew.
There's links below. Go look at it. I've had enough talking about that now. Yuck. Instead of leaving it on a negative, let's go and see who's at my door. The voice and personality of the award-winning Sims podcast, StassiJ Unplugged. She has over 200 episodes and is a wonderful storyteller, writer, and builder, but is amazing at bringing this community together. She has interviewed everyone in the Sims community and beyond. And aside from her Sims obsession, Stassi also has real-life podcasts and is writing a book called Chronicles. I'm so excited to have her on live mode today. She has been such an inspiration to my journey into podcasting, and I'm so grateful for her to help. Hi, Stassi. How are you?
Hi, love. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing so good, aside from this throat. But we're good. We got this. We got this.
Oh, we got this. I've been looking forward to this for like a month now, so I'm so excited to come hang out with you.
I just want to chat. I love that. And I've been getting a lot of like feedback from my viewers saying that they just love it when we just chat. So chat time.
I love this. Let's just do a nice little chat. You know, let's do like a nice little hangout.
I mean, I do have questions to ask you because I, well, I just realized I've opened up my wrong podcast thing. Good work, Alex. Good work, Alex. I might actually just keep this bit in there because it's hilarious.
I think you should. I totally think you should keep this in here.
Done. Where are you? Here. Welcome, Soul.
So.
How have you been through all of this chaos? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm currently in the midst of right now of not taking a break, but like kind of forgot to be Stassi for a while because I've just been so busy with like Jen, like make myself like my real life has just been so busy with work and a lot of just like plans and stuff. So I am very much looking forward to putting on the Stassi hat today.
Yay.
And just having some fun. Yeah.
So you were just saying, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention, but you were just running some lines.
I was.
What are you doing?
Yeah. So
Is that Secret Squirrels or?
It is not Secret
Okay.
Squirrels. I would love though if Pacific ever reached out to me. I would do it in a heartbeat. So there's actually another Sims podcast out there called the Simsville Simsville.
Ooh.
And they do like it's storytelling.
That's
and it's
so
like
cool.
And it's like 15-minute episodes and they like basically tell a story of like perspective of Sims. The main person followed me on Rose Chronicles, which is like, if you want my attention ever, like follow me on Rose Chronicles because that account is so dormant now.
Yeah.
So I was like, they like 7 photos, and I was like, what the fuck? Wait, can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear. Fucking
Okay.
go for it.
I was like, who the fuck is this? And then I was like, oh, they have a podcast. That's so cute. So then like they fall, and then I realized they followed me on like my podcast page, and then I like reached out to them. I was like, oh hi, like welcome to like the Sims podcast world. Like how like I'm like, let me know if you need advice. And you know, we've chatted up some, like a little bit. I've been giving him advice of like how to get known in the
Oh,
community.
that's the best.
Yeah, so because it's a
Cute.
story, he casted me as a character, and I was just basically doing lines for that. And then also I was doing lines for the newest season of The Reaper. I'm coming back as Amy, and I just got a script for episode 4, and Amy's in it. So I was just doing that, and then I hopped on our call.
Yay!
So,
Oh, that's the
yay!
best. That's the best. That your story is a lot more exciting than me cleaning toilets. Well, I must clean the bathroom. Oh my god, I need to do this. I need to do this. But yeah, that's so cool. I love that. And oh my god, you know what we should do? We should get all of the Sims podcasters for like an Ultimate Sims podcast.
Yes. So I actually had that episode planned like years ago, but there was like nobody left at that point. It was just me and Under the Plumbob. Because Spring wasn't back, you weren't back.
Spring's back.
Spring is back, and yeah, like Talking Llama wasn't there, or Llama Drama, or whatever it was.
Yep.
So like there was like nobody. But I would love to do
That would be so cool.
a Sims podcast of just like everybody that's out there now, and talk about perspectives of like what it's like hosting a Sims podcast, because we're the ones that get it.
I know, right? I love it, and
Right.
it's been really good. Like my obviously I've been doing this for 8 months now, and thank you so much for helping me along my journey. It's been so much fun. Like I've really fallen into this, and it just makes me so happy to be able to do this. And like even I've moved my content. I'm changing my content now because I'm like I prefer to do it like this. I've kind of really found myself. So yeah.
I love that for you. I'm so happy that you found yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I was just like like churning out reviews, and I'm like, this is not getting anywhere. It's just not me, but I can just be myself, unfiltered, and still edit that little bit. But it's just like not even. I don't want to say low energy because it's not low energy. I have a lot to do, but it doesn't feel like much because I'm enjoying it.
Yes, the whole trick is forgetting that you're filming a podcast, just chatting, and then you're like, oh shit, we're fucking recording, and we're like an hour in.
Yeah, it's so good. It's the best. I think my hardest part at the moment is trying to find content that's relevant that isn't going to get me in trouble because I've got a big mouth and a lot of opinions, and I'm like, can't say that. No, that's awesome. Have you listened to Spring? Have you listened to his new episode?
I have. It's cool to like have him back because like he had stopped podcasting when I kind of came in. Some people actually not confuse me as him, but like the platform, because he like interviewed people, and obviously that's my whole thing is interviewing people. I love that he's back. I love it. He sounds more confident.
You can tell
his interview styles.
He's an actor now.
Right? Yeah, exactly. He's got the zhoosh. Like there's no other way to put it. Like when you've been doing this for so long, you get into the rhythm, and like he got into the rhythm of it very well. So I love this for him. I love the guests that he's had. So a lot of them are my friends as well. So yeah.
Oh my god, the ones with Ocean I could just listen to and just relax. I love her voice so much.
I know, she's like the coolest girl ever.
I'm gonna message her.
You should. She's like super down for interviews. I'm just saying.
Okay, cool. Ocean, I'm hitting you up, girl. How did you originally get into podcasting?
Yeah, so it was almost 5. It was 4.5 years ago. So this was like many lifetimes ago. I used to work for a company. I won't name the names, but I was their like marketing person, and we were trying to come up with ways to, get very excited about like marketing. So it was for a sign company. And signs are not sexy. Like the first thing of marketing is 101, sex sells. I don't care what the product is, it does. So I had to like come up with a way, because every business needs signs. It does. Every business needs signs.
100%.
No matter what, to open the door, you have to have signage, right? So like, but how can we get excited? So I came up with this idea called a business spotlight, where I did written interviews. And yeah, actually, in the first couple episodes, you hear me call them business spotlights because that's what I was used to doing and calling them. And then I was like, I had this idea, and I was like, well, there's nothing really kind of like this in the Sims community. Like, I really like it's the pandemic now. Everyone's really isolated. I really just want to talk to people about The Sims
That's
because
such a good idea.
it was like, who else were we going to talk to? Like,
I
I was at
know.
home with my husband, and my husband's like, "That's cool, good job, Jenny, for
That's
building this
awesome.
house." But I'm like, no, like I wanted more, and then I was like, well, I can talk, so I think we're good there. And I like legit used to have like 7 questions, and like I would like actually send them out to people, and it was like the most like cringe thing ever. I'd be like, "So, what is your favorite expansion?" But then like I got more looser as it goes on because I just got so good with it, and I really wanted to bring the community together. It was just something that like I felt was missing in this community, and now I don't think it's missing anymore.
No.
So no.
We're definitely getting it. Definitely getting it back. That's for sure. And thank you for sharing that. I love that. I mean, I already knew the story, but I wanted everyone to know the story.
I appreciate that.
Yay! Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, who's your favorite? Who do you reckon has been the favorite interview so far?
Oh, I have like 300 episodes. That's not fair.
Do you have like a favorite moment then?
Oh, I have like I've had a lot. I've had of like a lot of like is this the moment that I like my cornerstone, like my flagship moment. And I have a lot of them, like, to be honest with you. I think like the biggest ones is when my guests' moms, dads, brothers, sisters, best friends, aunts, uncles, niece, cousins DM me, and they're like, I just listened to X, Y, and Z's podcast. And they like had like the greatest time ever. Thank you so much for like letting them do this. So, like, to me, like that's like the biggest thing.
That's so sweet.
It's just like
Yeah,
having my guests, family, and friends listen to them being like their true authentic self and having fun, to me, is like the best moment. Like, that's the lightning in a bottle. It's something that like I tell people is, you know, like you'll know this as well. When a new podcast comes out and you're on it, you're really excited. That guest is really, really excited. I get to do that every week as well. I'm also very excited. So I love seeing the not only the community responding to podcast episodes and being like, "Oh my god, you're my favorite. I'm so glad that Stoss like interviewed you," and stuff like that. But like honestly, like every interview to me is special, no matter what it is. There's always that moment. And
that's such a beautiful, humble answer. That's so sweet. You're so gorgeous. I totally relate with that. It's kind of like, I remember my first interview was Nard, and oh my god, I love Nard. And you know, I remember being like, I didn't even think about, you know, it was like my second episode, and I was like, man, this is going to get me reach. But what I was thinking about was, oh my god, I can't believe I got to hang out with Nard, and I was just like, this is the coolest. I can't wait to have his like community listen and like learn more about him, and then have him be excited for it. And like, I recently interviewed one of my best friends. I've been friends with her for like, I don't know, 20 years maybe. And yeah, Hearthstone, she's great. And by the way, there's a little bit of a name drop. She's just started a Simstagram.
I love that for her. Welcome to the club, or welcome. Like, I like to say, welcome to the cult. Welcome to the cult.
Yeah. And so like, that's what makes me happy too. Like, just being able to be like, oh my god, your episode's coming up. I'm so excited. Let's talk about it. I'm going to give you the date. I'm going to give you, here's the thumbnail. Do you like the thumbnail? Like, yeah, it's fun. That's the best bit. The collaboration part is always my favorite part.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any, like, what are your favorite kind of questions to ask people?
My favorite type of questions to ask people are actually not sim related questions. We all know that we all play The Sims. My content is really dedicated to Sims players. If you play The Sims, you probably have I've either interviewed you, or you've got an interview message and you've yet to see it. But something that like I love is getting to know people behind The Sims. Like, I get it, we all play The Sims, but like, I want to know if you played Neopets. I want to know if you like Sailor Moon. I want to know what Hogwarts house you're in. I want to know, like, what's your favorite recipe. Like, that's the stuff that I think kind of makes like specifically like my podcast stand out because I don't cut anything out. It is all uncut, so everything that we talk about stays in.
Yeah.
But you kind of really get to know the people. Like there are people like I interviewed like forever, and I just found out like their favorite movie is my favorite movie. And I'm like, how did we not talk about
the
this?
best. I love that.
So like, I think it's just kind of more like, I know you like to play The Sims, and we'll talk about The Sims. We'll talk about your favorite expansion pack, what's going on. But I truly want to know if you're Canadian. When you go to Tim Hortons, what donut are you
your
getting?
order? Yeah.
What's your order, right?
Yep,
like I want to know the nitty gritty. I'm like, I want to know like a fuck, marry, kill situation. Like I want to know, are you excited for Stranger Things? I just stuff like that. To me, it's so rewarding to A, get to know them, and B, that they feel safe enough to share that with everybody. Right? So yeah, that's my favorite questions. This is non-Sims related questions.
That's so cute. I had a question I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
I think you can only ask a certain sort of like kind of people, but I'm going to ask you because I feel like you vibe. What's your current hyper focus?
Oh, that is a good question.
I love that question. I do it in real life too, and people go, "Ooh, I have the microphone. Let's go."
There's a couple things. So like my current job, I won't go into full details, but like big projects I was really hyper focused on. I wrapped them up today, a week in advance, so that's great. Something I'm super hyper focused on right now is usually in December I'll do this special event, like an advent calendar. So I kind of forgot about it. And like December starts next week.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm very hyper focused on finishing it. Like before this interview, I did 9 written interviews.
Nice.
Yeah. In 3.5 hours.
That's
like
so
I
good.
just was sitting there and just I bang them out like every 18 to 22 minutes.
Love
like
it.
I kid you not. But like that's like my biggest hyper focus is just I was honestly I was thinking about canceling the event just because like so many people canceled their interview requests because of what's going on at EA. And I was like, no, we're going to make this work.
Yeah.
We're going to do this.
Yep.
I've never canceled an event before, and I don't plan to start today.
No, that's it.
That's my hyper focus. How about you?
Me?
What's your hyper focus? Yeah.
My current I don't actually know if I have one at the moment, which is strange. I'm on a mental health thing. Now, last time I talked to you, I was telling you how I just graduated from therapy.
Yes. yes.
But I've had some shit happen in my life, which I'm not going to get into, but I'm currently, because I've got borderline personality disorder.
Okay.
I got the spicy bipolar. And like, usually when I'm in a manic, I'm like, oh my God, all of the things, coloring, painting, cross stitch, horror movies, The Sims, whatever. But I'm currently in a bit of a depressive. So my current hyper focus is sleeping.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I'm trying to read a book at the moment, which is called it's called The Dark Forest, and it is by the second book in the 3-Body Problem series.
Oh shit. Okay, I was literally we are literally like visible strings mind reading because I was literally thinking today, I'm like, because I dyslexic can't read for shit. So the second season is supposed to come out on Netflix and it's been delayed. And I was just thinking about that today. I was like, when the fuck is the second season going to come out? Yep. The first season was so good. I learned so much about the 3-body problem and that it's real.
Yeah, it's real. The cool thing about book, see, this is my hyper focus. The cool thing about this book is it's written from science fiction. But the hardest part is if you don't know enough about science, you can't really work out what's science, what's fiction. So you assume everything is made up until you go deeper and then you're like, oh shit, this is real.
Yes.
And I spent like 4 hours on a deep dive looking at dimensions, like as in like the 3rd, 4th dimension, and then up to the 11th dimension. And I was like, okay, I need to eat some humble pie or the opposite of that because I'm a speck in the universe. So yeah, it's taken me a while to get onto book number 2 because I'm like, I don't know if I have that commitment, but here we are. Yay.
Okay. Have you listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast about the? Okay.
Yeah, I have. I have. I used to listen to them. Like I used to watch Through the Wormhole. This is years ago when I used to catch a train to work, and it was an hour train ride. And I'd sit there on a train, and anybody from Adelaide will know I'm catching the Gawler line. It is like the most feral line, full of scumbags. And they're like people beating each other up and drinking goon and swearing and having mental breakdowns. And I'm sitting here watching Neil deGrasse Tyson No, not Neil deGrasse Tyson. It was, what's his name?
I
Morgan
couldn't tell you.
Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
Okay, Morgan Freeman. Okay.
Yeah, Through the Wormhole. And then I watched Cosmos by Carl Sagan. Anyway, and I'm sitting there going, we are insignificant. And all this chaos is happening around me. And I'm like, you have no idea.
Right? Like,
yeah.
on like the grand scheme of like everything, like Neil deGrasse Tyson like put it out there, like the universe is a football field. We are at the like the 1 yard line. One piece of grass, the tip of it, is the last like 20,000 years. Like that is like
speck. Yeah,
we're dust. Yeah,
yeah.
We're not, and that could be scary to think of it, but like if you don't really think too much into it, then like,
well, I don't know if you know this, but I used to be the so I was the girl with the woohoo tattoo.
Yes,
that was my full name, but it was too long and it pissed me off. And then I went through a thing where I was pissed off at The Sims, and I was like, I don't want to be affiliated with The Sims.
Okay.
No comment. So then I decided to change my handle back to my original handle, which was my Xbox username, and it was the Lady Stardust.
Oh, shit.
And that's a David Bowie reference, but also referencing Stardust, as in we are all made of stardust.
Yes.
And then I had problems with my gender, and I was like, I don't want to be called Lady, so I went back to woohoo tattoo. And here we are.
Here we are, full circle. But long story short, I thank you for sharing your hyper focus. I'm very excited for the second season of Three Body Problem to come out.
I need to finish this book before that comes out, though.
I mean, I feel like we're gonna be looking into 2026 at this point. It's not coming out this year.
I feel like it's a good move on any business to like leave 2025 behind.
See, that's how I felt about 2024. 2024 comes down to the second worst year I've ever fucking lived.
No.
2025 has been nothing but fantastic. And I understand there's a lot of people out there that are not feeling the same way as me. And I understand completely. Especially Canada, the tariffs, people losing their jobs, the cost of living. It's just a lot. The fucking scariness. Like, are we going to go to war today? Is the US going to take us over? Maybe. I mean, that's just the fear that we live in as Canadians at this point. They're like, well, is Trump going to hate us enough today? Is that what's going to do us in?
Yeah.
So I guess that.
As the perspective of we are a grain of sand on a beach, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You live in your little hole and you make your hole what makes you happy.
Exactly.
How's that for some philosophy?
That's such a oh my god. Okay, so like when I go camping, because I go camping like multiple times a year because I just love being outdoors in nature. It's one of me and my husband's like favorite things to do. I call them falafel talks. I understand that's not what they're called, but that's literally I'll be like, so like we'll be like shit-faced drunk because we've been drinking all day, and we'll look up at the stars because it's clear night. We'll be like, so like, do you think like a million years ago, like what the dinosaurs ate? Like, what do you think they'd eat if they went to McDonald's? Like, it's just like shit like
I love that so much. This is why we're friends, because I do this so much. I'll literally like go out the back, have a drink, and then I'll come back in and I'll have like the most insane conversation, and my housemate will be like, what? And I couldn't even tell you. Like the other day I made some connection and I was just like, okay, back in COVID, this is political. Back in COVID, I was so wasted that I was like, Kim Jong-un, Putin and Trump are going to become best friends. And they're going to try and start a world war.
100%.
Conspiracy theorists.
Honestly, it's the super negative best friends, the super evil best friends.
Yeah.
I want to take down the world.
I want to go camping.
Oh my god. See, like like if you ever come to Canada, like camping here, not in the summer because it's like fucking hot, but I mean I think you'll be fine. You're Australia hot.
Sleeping in a tent and waking up in 40 degrees and you're like wet. And you're like, I just lost 10 kilos.
Yes. But come camping in the fall when the leaves are changing and you're in your sweaters and you're going for hikes.
You know, we don't have color changing trees in Australia.
I know. I just learned that like not every obviously not every country has like those type of leaves, but like I thought more countries did.
So because we don't get snow, because the whole idea of leaves falling is to stop the snow from sticking on the trees. So because we don't get snow here, all of our trees they're called evergreens, so they keep their leaves. And I went to Japan. I love going to Japan in November because it's when everything is red and orange,
Mhm.
and I can't get enough of it. I'm just like, this is so pretty. Like, we do have deciduous trees here. Like, they're all obviously, what's the word? Imported, not imported, but you know what I mean.
Understand.
But yeah, it's I would love to. I'm considering it. I'm like, I need to sell a liver. I've got many of them, right?
Yeah.
But we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. 100% we'll get there.
Want to talk about some Sims stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
I actually have some questions about legacies because I want to do a legacy.
Okay.
And I know that you're the queen. So, well, you've got legacy experience anyway, let's put it that way.
I was gonna say, I ain't the queen. I'll take jester in the court over queen.
Okay, we'll have that. You can have that, and you can still have a little crown. Okay.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
So I've only ever played legacies a couple of times, and I reckon I've only ever played up to like Gen 4.
Okay.
But I get very attached to my Sims, and then I can never decide what heir to have. So these are the tips I need to know. What are your legacy tips?
Well, my spin of storytelling was only Rose Chronicles, and there was really no legacy to be had because it was all story based. It was all characters.
You had it planned.
I had it planned. I created legacies in these characters, but not via The Sims. The Sims was just an outlet for me to create it. But I have interviewed enough people to know a lot about legacy. I can probably answer okay, so if you're looking for like a legacy challenge, like what legacy are you hoping to achieve? Are you talking
I just wanted to do a generations one.
Okay, you want to do generations one. Okay, so how are you starting it off? Are you starting them off like a rags to riches,
I did a rags to riches. I'm doing I think it's Oriana's rags to riches farm life.
Okay.
Because I did I did put up a little post saying, help me, give me your tips. And I did the sim planner where you like randomize the traits or whatever via the story.
Yes.
And she came out being like an animal enthusiast and handy and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, rags to riches, it is. So then I saw Rosanna TXT posted one called the Origins Legacy, where you start with a blank save and then you have to each family will then eventually own a community lot. And I just thought that was really cool.
I think that's very, very cool. I think that's very original. I mean, if you're going to do legacies, patience is key. No,
I don't have any of that.
Taking your time. Don't restart after like the one generation because you don't like it, or do because you don't like it and find something. It takes time. But like honestly, if you wanted to create it for you, like you'd be able to tell your story. If you're creating it because you want to post it, then you have to have a story behind the character. So coming up with the story as who is this main character? What do they like? And then that's when it kind of comes down differently from the storyteller community, because there's two aspects of the storyteller community. There's the chaos side, which just they fucking let their Sims go, play, and have fun.
That's me.
And then you have the script storyteller side where there is no autonomy. We told the Sims what to do. So I told the Sims. I turned off death. I treated shit like movie sets. So legacy to me is a little different. But if you want to go that chaotic side, be a good storyteller. What's gonna make people come in? Is it a love story? Is it an enemies to love story? Is it you are wanting to build the ground up? It's just lots of like anything. Like I've seen people do Disney Legacy Challenge from rags to riches. Like it's really just whatever you want it to be.
See, I think the Disney ones and like the themed ones are really good because you already know the story of the character. Like if you chose like Ariel, for example, you know that she's there to find Prince Eric. You know, she's going to lose her, not pants.
Definitely lose her pants. You mean lose her legs?
Her voice. And she's going to lose her tail. She's going to get legs and then hopefully get pants on.
Yes.
But she, you understand that story. So it's already got the story behind it. And I think like, I was like, oh, I want to post. I always go, I'm going to post this. Let's play. And then I'm like just playing and I'm like, this is going nowhere because I am a chaotic player.
Right. But that's the point where you put out when you get the pure chaos. Because like something that's like, so Disney's a really good example. Like the Disney Sims, like one of my like best Sims friends, like that's how she started, was like creating this like literally the Disney Legacy Challenge. But she just like, you had the idea of what it was supposed to be, but then she let her Sims do whatever she wanted, and then that's kind of when it grew and grew and grew more, right? So like,
I love her so much.
I love her too.
We've become really close friends too, and I'm like,
I love that. No, Court is just like absolutely amazing. Like she's like so genuine and so amazing. Like I can't describe like how amazing she is without like just be like turning into a puddle on the ground because
Just gushing. Yeah, I love it.
she's outstanding, always there for you when you need you. She's just so good, and I love her so much.
Yeah, we love this community.
Yeah.
Eee.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to talk about Rose Chronicles.
Yeah. I mean, so it's a story I've been writing for just shy of 11 years. It was very important to me as a story. I've been rewriting it multiple times. I'm actually in its like 8th rewrite right now. But I wanted to put it out there. I'm not an animator. I'm not. I don't know how to use Blender. Can't draw animate to save my life. But The Sims kind of allowed me to do that, and I didn't know that you could do that until podcast friend of mine, also a really good friend of mine, Christine Sims, or people know her as Tin. She was the first story I ever saw, and I was like, you can put a story in The Sims and people will like read it. Oh my god, this was everything I want. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. I had no idea what I was doing. Didn't play with CC. Didn't play with mods. I didn't know there's poses. I didn't know any of this stuff. But I was like, I'm just gonna put it out here because it's my dream to be a writer, and this is like my way to be able to do this. And I put the chapters out there, and people were reading it. And like any writer out there that gets readers, and you just get so excited. I was like, this is like amazing. So I really I love the story. So what it is, it's about a girl named Alexa. She's 17 years old. She's a demon, but she lives in our world. She doesn't really know who she truly is. Like she knows that she's like special. She has like light powers, but she also has dark powers. And she lives with her grandmother and Oliver, and she pretends that Oliver's her brother, but not her brother. And then Chad live out this normal life because a demon named Damon is on the hunt for both of them, but they don't really understand why. They just know that he's bad. He comes and finds them along with his 2 sons, Alexander and Christian. It's just really twisted, but just something that I personally liked about it is it has a lot of like themes, once upon a time themes, the Vampire Diary themes. Like I took a lot of things that inspired me throughout my life and kind of like put it in there. But it's not just all about magic. Like I really focused on all of the side characters as well to make it such a full story. I've gotten a lot better writing over time because I originally wrote it as like a chapter book, going and putting it into Simstagram. You have to I had to cut out a lot of things, change stories, but I was able to actually visualize what I was writing for the first time in my life, which was so amazing. And then I stopped putting it out on Instagram because I kept getting shadow banned.
That's right, yeah.
Instagram doesn't like words on posts, nor does it like swearing. So I was getting shadow banned. People weren't seeing it. I was getting really frustrated. I was like, I'm going to take this back because at this time I was already rewriting it and getting people to read it. Unfortunately, publishers have said no because it wasn't timeless. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to make it timeless. And I've had people come out and read it. I've gotten good criticism and bad criticism. I mean, I need both. I need to know what it is because I need to know, just because I think it's good doesn't mean that it is good. I got some, really good feedback of being like, you know what? Like, I see the story here, but, you got to fix up the writing a little bit. And I'm like, you're right. Going back and rereading chapters and like scenes, I was like, God, this is so janky. Let's cut some shit out, right? But that's the friends that out there be like, it's gonna hurt your feelings, but you need to fix this.
Constructive criticism is always important because
it's always
if you don't know where you've messed up, you're never going to learn.
Exactly, right? So but I've had people read it. I have a couple of people interested wanting to take it to be the graphic artists for this. So I really do hope in the next 5 to 10 years that I will be a published graphic artist novel.
That's amazing.
Person. Yeah.
Ooh,
I know.
Congrats to you. That's so sweet. And so different and just so innovative and amazing.
It makes me happy. And that's the only thing that matters is I just want to be happy with what I do. And writing is the only thing that brings me joy. Also, I don't know why my camera's like so
It's
fuzzy
just
now.
gone blurry now.
I know.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, hello.
Look at that magic.
That was
but
magic.
like something that was like really important to me as a writer, I got to see something I wrote go to a machinima and watch it to film. That is an experience that it was incredible, of literally taking my words and it being published into a short film.
That's amazing. That's so
Yeah.
cool. And just seeing you talk about that then just like really filled me with all sorts of just warmth, and just watching you light up about that was awesome. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. You know
Yeah,
what it
of course.
reminds me of? It reminds me of, because I used to I used to read a lot of YA,
Yeah.
like going back maybe 10 years ago. Have you ever heard of I think it's Melissa Meyer, Cinder?
Yes.
I love that series. And
Yes.
it's like Disney like fairy tales, but she's an android.
Yes. See, it's
So good.
it's kind of stuff like that. Like, honestly, so I go to my best friend's house every week. She has 2 babies, and we watch TV together. So it's her night off from being a mom. Husband takes care of the 2 kids, and we watch shows. And my God, have we watched shows? We pick a show, we watch it through to the end. And like when I'm writing, like I'm literally writing for like the girls on the couch with their best friends watching a show, because like I just want that. I'm like, I sit with her every week and we sit there and we hyper focused and we're like, who do you think did this or what did that? So like I always, like, in my mind, like that's what I think of. I'm like, I'm writing this as a show for me, that I want to sit and watch it and have fun with my friends and like be like, oh my God, like he's so hot, like, oh, dripping, or be like, I hate this guy, be like, oh my God, I love this guy now, right? So
Yeah, but then he has to have that, like, the side story as to, he is evil, but we're okay with that because he's got a bad history.
But see, I do storyteller podcasts all the time, and I have a series with my friend Starry Simsy. She's a really good Instagram storyteller, and we were talking about villains, and she was saying like, like her villain of being like, oh, like, yeah, like he has a backstory, and like we have to, like justify it. And I said, well, my main guy has no redeeming qualities. He's absolutely evil, full chaotic. You will never like him. I'll never give him a redemption arc. And she was like, but no one's going to root for him. Like, you're not supposed to root for him. If I need someone chaotic, if I need someone to die without any seconds, I'm just going to have him do it. Done. Easy. It's this character.
And you know what? There's people in real life like that as well. And sometimes you don't need a reason to not like somebody.
Exactly.
Even if you go deep, 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 you keep trying to find a reason to like somebody. And then you're like, you know what? He's just an asshole.
Yeah. You're never going to like him. He's never going to have that redeeming arc. There will be characters that have redeeming arcs, but not this one.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing.
Of course.
So, the Rose Chronicles, where did the name come from?
So I took the name Rose. It was my grandmother's maiden name. I've always loved roses. So like the main character's name is Alexa Rose. So hence that. So Rose. The second book is not the Rose Chronicles, like part 2. It's the Thorn Chronicles, which would make sense. And then the third book is the Eternal Chronicles. So like, if you read this, it would make sense, because like the first book focuses on light, the second book focuses on dark, which is Thorn, and then the third book is a mixture of both of them.
It's kind of like the finale.
But now,
Yay.
yeah.
Cool. All right, all you fantasy girlies, I want you getting in on this, because this is going to be good. We need to crowdfund. We need to get this happening.
I mean, if you want to read the first like 130 chapters, they're on Instagram. Go nuts. Go read
They're
it.
all on Instagram.
They're all there. I mean, the story's changed a little bit, but the main characters are still there. Just, but that's another thing. Like, I took out like this rewrite. I took out like, like the youth portion of it. I'm like, no, we're going to HBO. Titties and blood is what I want.
Yep.
Titties
Game of Thrones all the way.
Yep.
Game of Rose Chronicles.
Rose of Thorn or whatever. Yeah. But anyways, yes.
Love that.
Yeah, no.
Cool.
I just hope like if anything comes of it one day, fantastic. And if nothing comes of it, then I'll have my own little book and I'll read it.
Yay.
And that's something that like I like, because being dyslexic, I can actually read it because I wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, I know how much work went into this too. Yay.
Right. Yeah.
Are you ready for a Sims Power Sip speed round?
I am.
Yarbadoo zonker.
Woohoo! This is not sponsored by Power Sip Energy Drink, but we like to play. Okay, what is happening in your game save at the moment?
Nothing, because I don't have The Sims on my computer anymore.
Spicy, why?
I don't need it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Not playing? Cool.
Yep.
All right. When you do play, what's your play style?
Rose Chronicles or building.
Rose Chronicles.
Rose Chronicles
Yeah,
or
cool.
building. I've been building. I just built something for Nard for his Halloween special. Yeah, so I just built, a special build for him. So building currently, if I have to play The Sims, it's building.
Well, let's talk about some building stuff then. What's your favorite part when you do building?
Taking something from my imagination and making it real.
How do you feel about roofing?
Can't fucking get it. I've talked to Danielle, Builds, GB Sims, the best builders in the industry, Kate Emerald, and I still don't know how to fucking roof to save my life. Honestly, it's squares and triangles. That's how I look at it.
Yep.
Squares and triangles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Squares and triangles.
Squares and
Don't
triangles.
ever get me on those like rounded walls because I'm done.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
I have my one roof and that's it.
Yeah.
I have one style and that's it.
Yep.
Oh my god, roofing. At least it's better, I guess. Sims 3. Remember auto roofs?
I do. And I was like, I miss
Don't know
them,
how I
but
feel about them. I miss them, but also
I
the
don't.
builders would cry.
Yeah, they would.
What do you think is the best game in the franchise for building?
Oh, Sims 4. It's not even up for discussion. There's so much in Sims 4 for building, where other versions of the game have like different, like Sims 2 is really good for storytelling, but like Sims 4 for sure is the best. It's the prettiest.
Yeah, definitely. So pretty.
Yeah.
What about building in Sims 1? Did you go back and build in Sims 1 when the release came?
Yes, I did. That was the first thing I did, is I rebuilt my house, and I just put all the expensive things in the room. And it is harder than what I remember it being, but it was a really good nostalgia trip of being like, this is like this is where my origin story started, was playing Sims 1. So
I always go, okay, I'm gonna make this look nice, and then I end up just going, no, I want the leopard print wallpaper.
Always. I need the leopard
and then
print
I'm like,
carpet.
yes.
I need the shag carpet. I need the heart-shaped
I need the green couch.
Yes. Fucking who needs the? I want the cowboy couch. Okay.
The cowboy couch with the leather and the studs.
You got it.
It's so good. Yeehaw. Hey y'all. Do you have like a signature item that you put in all of your builds that you just either purposely or just automatically do?
Probably it would be the cake stand. Because I am a baker. I always have to have a kitchen in every build I go, and I always have to have the little cake stand.
Three-tier one?
Yeah, the three. So there's that one, and then there's like the fruit cake one, like the fruit log one. There's that one that came out in like a pack as well. But always some form of a cake stand has to be in my game. Yeah.
Now, there's been rumors that apparently we're at the end of The Sims 4. Whatever. What would your Sims 4 dream content be?
I think it's there. I think we already have it. I mean, I don't want cars. I don't want open world. I definitely don't want multiplayer. Like, there's nothing else really left. I mean, you could obviously continue to add more worlds in there and, explore different cultures. Like, I think that would be really important. I'd love to see handicap come in with, wheelchairs, missing limbs, crutches. I would love to see a golden
ramps.
Yeah, ramps. I would love
ramps.
I'd like to see proper, signage come in, especially if you're making businesses of all that stuff. I would like literally like a whole like a hodgepodge that just stuff you don't think you need, but you need
things we need.
Right? I'd like to see more care on the elderly, because there's not really much gameplay for them. They keep putting stuff out, but they like fucking half-ass it halfway through.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I just think at this point, like, The Sims 4 is full. And I know that we've heard rumors of the remaster coming out, and they're going to be adding more stuff. Okay. Is it still going to be free? Is the base game then still going to be free? Probably not, right? So you're getting rid of that community coming in who wants to play the game.
Yeah.
So
I think the whole Sims 4 rumor thing is actually just a rumor. Like, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to probably upgrade the base game, and then that's it. Because I can't say much because I did the NDA, because I did the little survey. I don't know if you did it. Yeah. The way that the survey went, like, you could tell someone just did that for a for likes. Like they just did that for clout
Yeah,
because
100%.
one question of that survey got leaked. And it's like, okay, but what about the rest of them? People who actually know who did the survey, they know that that's just a rumor mill spill. So yeah, no, I still want to see bands. I want to see more bands and like more of a like, you know, emphasis on that because that's one thing that we can't do. And I have been talking to EA about getting the mature adult. Remember we talked about the mature adult?
Yes, the mature adult. Yes.
Because we got young adult, and then I want mature adult so that we can have them wind down before they are on death's door.
Right? Like that's like the golden year, right? So you're not
Yeah,
going from
yeah.
45 to 110. Like you're getting like that sweet space, like as our parents' age of being like they're about to retire, they're about to go, you know, live that second stage of their life. Like I definitely think we need more than that. I hope the Sims team does it.
The Sims 4 boomers. We need cruising. We need lawn bowls. We need
I need some pickleball, okay? Like
we need more like you know what I want? I was looking for this in debug the other day. I couldn't find it. And they're the little signs that go in your garden and it has like tomato on it.
yeah.
Where is that?
Cottage living.
Could not find it.
It's
anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cottage living that has because that's where all the harvest stuff came out. So if you look, it should be there.
It's also in the world for Adventure Awaits, and I couldn't find it in debug. Might have to get the mod. But yeah, like that's what I want to see. Like I want to see it doesn't have to be old people stuff, you know, like but it can be like, you know, we've got cooking competitions now. So why not do, you know, older style recipes? Like, I don't know, what are those choux pastry profiterole tower things? You know, like bring back some old retro like trifles and you know, like old people recipes. Like just give the oldies like me. I'm almost 40. Sorry. I'm definitely at the end of my adult life. No, I'm at the start of the adult lifespan now, and I'm getting a bit worried. Because in The Sims 2, when you hit elder, you go grey straight away.
That is true. You do.
Gonna die soon. Those hula girls are gonna come for me.
You're not gonna die soon.
According to Sims, I am. So this is why we want that.
According to Sims, yes, you're almost at that peak where you're gonna be 110 very soon. You'll get you'll be crouching around, saggy tits to the floor, just like fucking sad walking.
I'm already there. Don't worry. in my Limp Biscuit shirt that I tie-dyed.
I have to tell you the funniest story. I promise not to derail this, but I did not know who Limp Bizkit was until the Woodstock 99 documentary.
Oh my god.
I had no idea. Cause like I'm an early 90s baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so like growing up, yes, we like my mom had to listen to the rock station, and I understand Limp Bizkit was being played, but I didn't know who they were. It wasn't until the Woodstock 99 documentary where they're like, Fred Durst is the reason like Woodstock went off. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. Like, you guys shit really ran this event. You're just finding like the lamb to slaughter, basically. But yeah, that was like, I did not know who Limp Bizkit was until then. And now I can't unsee them. They play the music all the time and I'm like, God damn it, it's Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. I mean, my history on Limp Bizkit is I was born in the late 80s and I was a teenager in the year 2000. Like I was 13.
Okay.
And so that was like my awakening. Like when I was like 11, 12, 13, I was like listening to things like, I don't know if you've heard of the Australian band Silverchair. Okay. Like Nirvana, kind of grungy vibes, like that kind of thing. In Australia, we also have like Killing Heidi, who's like fronted by a female singer, Ella Hooper. She's incredible. And so that was kind of my vibe. And then like Evanescence and that kind of thing. Yep. So I was like getting more and more into like metal and like Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and that kind of thing. So I remember when Limp Bizkit came out, I was like blown away. I was like, oh my God. But I was also playing games like, you know, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Yeah. And, you know, I was all into that kind of like music. And I realized the other day that I am older brother core. I am older brother core. I don't drink energy drinks. I'm not Carl Carlson, but I am older brother core. Like I'm the one that has all the retro consoles. I've got all the posters on my wall. I listen to all the new metal. I have CDs. Yep, that's me.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Older sister core, let's bring it in.
Yes.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
Oh my god, thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast. I super appreciate it.
Yay. I mean, we've only been trying to hook this up for like 6 months, but
I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm glad that it happened. No, I'm glad that it happened.
Me too. I'm
It's
so glad that
always
it
a
happened.
pleasure.
Oh my god.
It's always a pleasure to be able to chat with you, bestie.
Oh my god, it's so much fun to always chat with you. I'm so, like, oh, again, I'm always so proud of you. Every time I like see you do something, I'm like,
Oh, you too. Every time I see you do something, I'm like, oh my god, what's she doing? Oh my god, what a queen! What
well,
a
I mean,
queen.
now you just probably just see my Instagram stories of being like, this is what I was doing today. Like that
Yep.
is as far as you get right now of stuff of me being like, I'm doing this.
And you were just nominated for, was it podcaster the Game Hers?
Oh, so that was last year's nomination. I haven't actually.
Oh, that was last year.
It was last year. The nominations are out for this year. I mean, if you feel obliged, you can vote for me. If you don't feel obliged, you don't have to.
We're gonna vote. We're gonna vote. Everybody get on
yeah,
it.
I came out there. I was like, it's a big honor. I actually got nominated for that for Forever and Always, my machinima for being inventive into gaming, of taking a short film and turning it into a story. For everyone to see, because apparently no one was doing that anymore. So I was like, that's really cool. I'm going to keep that up there. So
yay. No, that's cool. I just saw that and I was like, ooh, well, hopefully. And I know the Simmy Awards or whatever. I've never really been interested in that kind of stuff because I'm like, I'm not here to compete, but we'll see how we go.
I mean, if Simon does it this year, it's going to be me and you in the podcast category.
Whatever. You can be like, the Legacy Podcast Award winner, and I'll be the new and upcoming.
I mean, I've won it out of my 4 years that I've been. I've won it 3 out of the 4 years. I did not win it last year because last year would have been my 3rd year in a row. But Under the Plumbob won it, and I'm really glad they did because it was their final season. They should have won it. I'm not gonna say anything. I also won for best machinima and best voice. Oh, not me for best voice.
I don't think I've ever been nominated for anything. I'm still just a nobody.
Oh my god! I'll nominate you.
Yeah, I know.
I love that. No, we have to nominate you for something. You can get nominated for the gamers. You could go do that. You're a gamer.
Maybe. I am a gamer.
Yeah, you are.
A gamer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in this like community for so long, and I'm just like, it's just me. I just exist.
Yes, but the community loves you so much. I hope you know that.
Oh, I love them. I hope they know that.
I'm
such a nerd. Whenever someone lets me open up the floor about The Sims, I have a joke going. I'm like, oh yeah, got that ADHD, got a sprinkle of autism. Don't talk to me about The Sims. And people in real life look at me and they're like, you like The Sims? And I'm like,
right.
Do you want to talk about Sims? I'm like, let's go talk about Sims. I'm like, oh, I may or may not like work as a content creator for The Sims. They're like, no. And then you found a bestie.
Yes. I honestly now, I used to hide it. Now I'm like, yeah, so I play The Sims. This is who I am. This is what I do. And they're like, you're like so cool. And I'm like, nah, I haven't showered in like a week. Like I'm not your idol. Okay. Like
I've got Cheetos dust on my fingers.
Yeah.
Honey. But my desk is clean and very well organized. Thank you. Move objects on.
That's so good. Mine is like a hot mess right now. I just this has been my catch-all for like a year. So everything is just here.
If you look into any of my screenshots, like if I ever do like a post and I've got The Sims in the background, there's at least 3 sets of tissues. They're not tissues, they're serviettes because I've been eating. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I have one question for you. It's a fun question.
Okay.
I get in trouble for this sometimes when I ask this at work because at work I also do like job interviews for people. I'm usually the second person that does an interview. Like if you see my face, it means that they like you and they brought you back. So a question I've asked, because it was from one of my girlfriends, is an icebreaker. If Jurassic Park was real, what would you do? And there's no wrong answer. Right now, Jurassic Park is a real thing. What would you do?
Okay, are we like, the park is open and successful?
It's just open.
I'm going to go hang out.
Okay, you're going to go hang out. Okay.
That sounds real fun.
Okay. See? That's a good answer. Personally, I wouldn't, because I don't support caged animals.
That's fair. And you know what? They don't deserve to be here. So you know what?
You don't.
That's correct.
Don't change your answer. That's your answer.
I can't change my answer.
You can't change your answer. But no, I asked that in job interviews.
Zoos. I like zoos when they do like, they're studying them and they're like doing breeding programs and things like that. That they need to be very sustainable.
Is it a habitat or is it for profit? That's a huge
Exactly.
thing for me. Like,
I feel like Jurassic Park, they had enough room to roam, but what they were doing was against God.
it was profit.
But
It was
but
profit.
if it was thriving, then yeah, I want to go see some dinosaurs.
Okay. See, I'm team no. I wouldn't. I understand that you would go, like people who can go, but I just like I don't go to zoos on purpose. I had somebody say I can't afford to go, and I'm like, that is also a good answer.
That's completely fine.
But it's such a creative icebreaker because there's no wrong answer, and that's literally one of my best friends' first date questions that I've taken for interview questions when I interview people for
cool.
work.
I like that.
Take it.
Well, I want everyone to tell me, what would you do if Jurassic Park was live and happening?
Yeah, what would you do if Jurassic Park was real? I mean, there's no wrong answer.
Dinosaurs scare me, but also apparently they're covered in feathers, and that confused me.
Yes, because they're closer to the bird gene than they are lizards.
I want to see lizards. That's what I want to see. Maybe I'll just go back to Mexico and hang out with some iguanas. You are a bloody delight. Thank you so much for being here, legend. And yeah, where can we find you? Where's your stuff? Give us a little plug.
Thank you. Well, if you're listening to this and you're like, man, this girl can like ramble, well, let me tell you, I have 300 episodes of a podcast to prove that, right? You can go find my podcast on Stassi, any place you have a podcast, which is StassiJ Unplug, a Sims podcast. I'm currently in a 3rd season. I used to post more regularly. I don't anymore because, life's lifing, but there's so many episodes to choose from. If you can think of it, there's an episode for it as well. I have a 2nd series called Real Life with Stassi, where we talk about real life matters. Nard Villain is a most popular guest on that one, where we've talked about literally anything and everything. You can follow me on Instagram, StassiJSims4. If you liked my really botched 30-second elevator pitch for Rose Chronicles, you can go check it out. It's on Instagram. There's 150 chapters. Go have fun. I'll always keep it up there because I worked so hard to put that together, and it is, at the end of the day, I am a self-published author putting that on Instagram, and I can never not take that away. So
You do work so hard, so thank you for all of the love that you share with the community. You're an absolute angel.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for inviting me and, coming on my podcast and just like, getting a nice text from me once in a while. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll get text and it'll be like, your morning, my night.
Yes, I know, because
sometimes
I'll text you like, girl, I'm going to bed. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Wait, I don't understand the time difference from here to there. Okay, is it like 14 hours? Is it like 16 hours? I don't know.
It's the best. We love it. We love our Canadians.
Yes.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye. Have a great day, everybody.
What an amazing community bringer togetherer. Isn't she just wonderful? I love it. Well, thank you so much. If you've stuck around to the end here, I love you. Thank you, Vadish. Vadish is how we say thank you in Sims. And stick around for the next episode, which is coming out in about 2 weeks, because we're going to be talking some Christmas things. We're going to be doing some holiday things. And I'm really excited to wind up this year and finish up this season of live mode with you. So don't forget to hit like, follow, subscribe, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next episode. Let me know if you have any comments and what your thoughts are on all of this stuff, and I want to know what you thought of today's episode. Yay! Thank you so much for being here. As always, look after yourself, stay happy, stay positive, smile, go out and get some sunshine, and I'll see you in my next one. Dag Dag!